Hello.
Hi there.
Welcome to one of our horror reviews.
Yes.
We decided to watch all the Omen movies after we watched the first Omen. And we're starting with The Omen.
Now we're not starting with the Omen.
Well, we started with the first Omen, but we're rewatching all the movies, so we're starting with the original.
Yes.
Yes. And first off, I just love this poster because you have been warned. If something frightening happens to you today, think about it.
It may be the Omen.
Think about it. What's happening to you? Anyways, let's get to the review.
You think if I run nightmares? Okay, I'm cool.
Right.
All right.
So anyways, Gregory Peck stars in this.
And Lee
Gregory
Remick.
Peck and Lee Remick.
Also, both.
Also David Warner.
All-star actor.
All-star in this.
These are like Hollywood royalty actors in the
Yes.
time. This is the mid or late 70s.
And rewatching this after
76.
watching the first Omen makes me love this movie 10 times more than I ever thought I would love this movie.
I already love this movie.
This movie is amazing. It is a classic.
It is a great movie.
And the way that it ties into the first Omen is just phenomenal. Because the priest in this one that gets plunged by the pole in that one scene is the same priest from the first Omen.
Who's kind of almost like a friend to the main character, Neil Taker Free's
friend
character.
to the mom of Damien Thorne.
And it's not obviously the same actor because
it's not
said obvious, almost like 40 years.
50 years later.
40 or 50 years later.
Yeah.
But the actor does look fairly similar.
Quite similar.
Fairly similar.
It has the same Irish accent.
Yes, he does.
So, yeah.
So he did a decent job casting in the new movie for trying to recreate that character. Considering all the years past and everything. It was a good tie-in.
But yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen The Omen, you need to see The Omen. All of these movies are streaming currently on Hulu. All the Omen movies are on Hulu streaming right now. So please check them out. It's a phenomenal movie. I want to go into spoilers.
Yes. Also, if you believe in the Omen curse...
Yes.
The Exorcist, Poltergeist. If
This
you believe in
movie has
that,
a curse.
I do to an extent. I love these movies, but at the same time, that kind of concept behind it is kind of chilling.
It's creepy.
And it's sort of depressing. Like, so many people died. So many eerie and horrible things happened during the filming of this movie, especially the first one, as far as I know. I don't know about the sequels, but I know especially this movie. I have to see if anything reported has happened on the sequels. I don't know, but this one I know there's been a lot of reports of things happening. But what an amazing movie that I don't even know if they knew what they were really making at the time when this movie came out, but it was a blockbuster hit immediately, and it still stands to this day as
Gregory Peck is phenomenal.
one of the most eerie movies I think ever made, and I think also one of the best, probably my favorite spiritual or religious horror movie out there. It is my favorite religious horror movie, probably.
Yes. So anyways, this movie, now that we have a first Omen, picks up right where the first Omen ends.
Yes. So Damien is
Born.
Damien is born in the last movie, and in this movie, Gregory Peck and Lee Remick are our main characters, and they lost their child. Her child is dead.
The child's dead.
But they killed it.
Yes,
And
the cult kills it.
the cult kills it, and later in this movie you find out where it's buried. They find the dead baby in the plot. It's really horrible and dark.
Yes.
Really messed up. And they, and then they say, oh, well, if you take, and then the church tells the dad, he's like, well, she doesn't know yet. You can take this baby and you be doing it a favor, and you be doing this church a service, and God would love you for doing this. Take the baby and you guys will be blessed, and the baby will be blessed. So take the baby, and then she doesn't need to know this isn't her child.
In fact, I don't think Lee Remick ever finds out.
She doesn't ever find out. No.
That he's adopted.
In the remake, she never finds out either.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
Yeah, he never tells her the truth. She never finds out. The mom never finds out in the film of the fact that her child is dead, and this is actually not even her biological child.
Yes. But anyways, they get this child and they start raising it as their own. They name it Damien. And weird stuff starts happening at...
Well, it was already named Damien, too.
It was already named Damien. But weird stuff starts happening beginning at his birthday. Weird
stuff? Do you mean like really messed up stuff? Like a babysitter hanging herself off the building?
Off the building? What did she say?
It's all for you, Damien. It's all for you. Yeah. And then jumps off the building in front of everyone at the party and then crashes into a window.
And in this one, the music is ominous.
The music, well, the soundtrack was perfect. The soundtrack was, it's beautifully chilling and also haunting.
Yes.
The chanting, honestly, all the movies in the original, I'd say the original 4 movies in this franchise, even though the 4th one reuses the music from the other movies.
Yes.
But even that one reuses the music from the first few movies, and like the music that they use is like this chilling like chanting, like this evil chanting, and it's just so good and creepy.
And there's
chanting about the dark Lord and dark things and Damien. And
there's some pretty good kills in this movie.
Yes, a guy gets speared. There's a guy who gets beheaded with a sheet of glass off a truck.
Amazing beheading.
Probably the best death in the movie, and possibly one of the best deaths, if not the best death in the franchise.
Lee Remick's character
gets pushed out a window. Mrs. Baylock, the evil new nanny.
Mrs. Baylock is the evil nanny that takes care of Damien.
One of the scariest babysitters in a movie ever. One of the scariest babysitters ever. I mean, like, that's a pretty competitive role right there. Just like there's so many creepy nannies, and she's probably either the creepiest or one of the creepiest nannies ever in a horror movie or a movie in general.
And it has one of the most fricked up endings that you could ever exist, because you just get so mad at the screen that you just want to strangle Damien Thorne.
Yes, but at the same time, you also, it's like this whole horrible feeling of like, it's a child, it looks so innocent, it seems so innocent, and he really doesn't know. Damien doesn't know he's evil in this movie at all.
Not yet.
He doesn't know until the next movie. But he's just this kid who doesn't realize what's going on, and you feel badly for him, but at the same time you really root for Gregory Peck and all the trauma and like depression and all the pain he's been through of losing his wife, losing his actual biological child, everything taken away from him.
The more Gregory Peck finds out about the backstory of Damien,
he doesn't want to kill Damien. He thinks that he's innocent. He won't kill a child, and then he's like, I can't ignore the signs happening around me. I cannot ignore the Omen. The omens are basically presenting themselves. I know what I need to do. And so the daggers, there's a guy named Bugenhagen. There's a man named Bugenhagen from Greece who reads the walls. This is something that also comes up in the second one more so. You learn more about story in the sequel. But there's a wall, Miguel's wall, that basically shows Damien and who he's set to be. And he tells him you need to take these daggers and kill him. 1, to kill the body, 2, to kill, I think, the spirit or something, and 3, to basically end the whole
soul or something like that.
I think to basically stop the Antichrist from ever coming back again.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is, and something like that though. And then in the end, he tries to kill him in a church, and then gets shot by the police. Then Damien shows up at the funeral and
smiles
and smiles at the camera as his parents get buried, and
and then it's over.
The whole movie's over.
And then we get to the second one, which I'm so excited to talk about.
But this movie is so good. It stands on its own. It didn't need in these other movies. I love a lot of these movies. I don't think there's really any movie in this franchise I think is that bad. But this is, this is peak cinematography, peak acting, peak everything.
Should have been nominated for Oscars.
I think it wasn't. Wasn't it?
I don't know. We'd have to double check. We'll find out and let you know in the second one.
Yes. Anyhow, stay tuned. Follow and like and follow for more.
Like and follow for more.
And continue with us in the Omen series.
Yes. It's exciting.
Yes, next is Damien the Omen 2.
Yes.
Take